In Portugal, an influencer said he wouldn't be with his girlfriend if she went out at night without him, especially if she dressed provocatively. He got ragged by thousands of women in the comments, mostly saying they dress well for themselves and that they should be free to have fun with their girlfriends. What would you do, Corey?
Well, typically, if you're in a long-term relationship and you're happy and you're typically late 20s, early 30s at least, you're not going to want to go and do those things. If your girl is constantly wanting to go out clubbing and she doesn't want you, because if your girl's head over heels in love with you, she's going to want you to go. And if you don't want to go, she's going to want to hang with you and do something else. It's not a normal thing for a woman who's married or in a relationship to always be going clubbing with her single girlfriends. Now, she's going out with some of the girls from the office and they're all married, they all have boyfriends, and it's like a every once in a while thing. That's not a big deal. If it's something that's constantly happening, and especially if the people that she's hanging out with, even though they might be in a relationship, it's well known they cheat on their boyfriends or their husbands, or they're only going out with single people, well, it looks like they're wanting to live like they're still a free agent. And so again, a lady, somebody that's in a relationship is going to want to go with her man. If he doesn't want to go, she'll be happy to do whatever it is that he wants to do. If it's an occasional, every once in a while thing, it's not a big deal. It really depends on who she's hanging out with and what the character is of those people. Girlfriend and mother to our 1-year-old wants to go out dancing on Wednesdays. I asked her to come home by 10:30. She got really angry. I suggested we get a babysitter and both go. She refused. What's up? Well, that's not a good sign. So if I were you, I definitely would read the book. It's free to read in the members area of my website, understandingrelationships.com. Just subscribe to the email newsletter, and it'll open up right in your web browser. So that is kind of troubling, because if she's going out on the town and she wants to go Wednesdays, like every Wednesday as a dating thing and or a dancing thing, and she doesn't want you there, that's not a good sign. That sounds like she's trying to get some strange.
Or the mom is trying to sabotage your relationship since you two aren't together anymore.
What?
Says my girlfriend and mother to our 1-year-old. Ugh.
Like she's the mother to
She's the mother to the child.
Yeah, so...
In other words, he said, my girlfriend and my baby mama.
Yeah, so the girlfriend, the baby mama, is trying to mess...
No,
It's
they're
not
both
two
the same
people. It's the same person, Jade.
Oh.
Jade rode the short bus to school.
The BB brain.
Yeah, she's a little more airheaded than
I
usual
thought it
these
was-
days.
Whoops-a-daisy.
Jade's a little slow. Like, what was it? Yesterday or the day before, we have this, like, you can't see it, it's off camera, this little pen that we keep the puppies in. And one of them had peed in the tile instead of the pee-pee pad. And another one was playing with, like, one of the stuffed animals, and she just watched it drag it right into the puddle of piss. And then goes, oh, it's in the, oh, don't do that. And it's like, she just sat there and watched him do that.
Try to climb over the fence.
Yeah.
It's like half my size.
You were just like, you're like in slow motion. There's like there's like a 10-second delay with Jade. Just like when we start streaming, it doesn't actually show up for like 10 seconds. So there's like a 10-second delay and everything. So Jade's like that. She's in slow motion all the time. She got baby brain. That is troubling. So I would talk to her. I was like, well, why would you want to go dancing every single Wednesday and not me? It's who are the people that she's going with? Are all the girls that she's going with single women? Or are half of them single women and the other half are women that are in relationships, but it's well known that they cheat? Well, character's destiny, and you are who you associate with. So it matters big time who she's hanging out with. And, she gets angry. It's like, hey, we're in a relationship. We have a child. And you wanting to go clubbing every Wednesday till 2, 3 in the morning? It's like, that's not what we signed up for. We're a family. If there's an issue, let's talk about it, because my girlfriend, my wife, wanting to go out clubbing every Wednesday and gets angry that she doesn't want me there, that looks like you're going out to meet other men. And that's a problem. That doesn't fly. That dog won't hunt. That don't work for me. So you got to have, if you want to go out and you want to dance, I'll go dance with you. But it's like when you don't want me there, in other words, you want to act like a free agent.
Or at least compromise. Like he said, I asked her to come home by 10:30. I would have been like, okay.
Well, the
But
clubs don't, they don't really get going till 11, 12
she's dancing by
anyways.
herself.
Yeah.
Too bad.
So, yeah.
Dancing with myself.
You gotta choose your battle.
So, yeah, you got a problem there, dude. And you need to communicate and get to the bottom of it.
He said that Wednesdays, the Wednesday date that the girl goes out dancing and stuff, he said she would be going alone but has some old friends that go, men and women. She also gets angry when I ask who she's talking to.
Oh.
Come on.
That's not good. Not good at all, dude. She's deceiving you. It's none of your business. You're being controlling. Chunky, wake up.
I'm sorry. I'm just doing like 3 things.
You're being controlling. That's a bad way to go.
As my ex-girlfriend was an alcoholic, became sober, but breaks it every 6 months badly. Sweetest soul, man. By the way, she is a single mom, 4-year relationship.
I mean, if she's so what's really going on here? She's not a disciplined person. So she's not disciplined yet. If you kept breaking up with her because she becomes a raging alcoholic, and you don't like the way she behaves, well, if it's happened over and over, what that tells me is you haven't found anybody else, and you're looking for reasons to settle. You're trying to make excuses as to why that's a good thing. It'd be better just to move on and find somebody else, instead of trying to fix her or love her for her potential.
And if she has kids, I mean, clearly she doesn't care enough about them if she's continuing to.
Yeah, that's not a good sign if she's got kids and she's got alcohol problems. That's an undisciplined woman, and so she's got bigger issues. That tells me that he's kind of projecting his fantasy and ignoring reality. Maybe he thinks he's going to fix her or change her. Or he's just trying to settle. Because it's easier to go back to what you know than to stay single and try to find somebody else. I mean, I'm sure you both can comment on that. Everybody has stayed in relationships longer than they should have, and I know both of you guys have.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, what is the reason why you stick around instead of saying you're out and going to find somebody else?
I think most of the time it's you think that the person's going to change or do better because you'll say, hey, this is what's bothering me, and then you give them another chance and like, oh, maybe they'll change a little bit, but then something else happens, or then a year later or something like that, same thing, they just kind of revert back to their old ways. They don't change, so that's why usually you're hoping and then you get content staying.
Mine is potential.
You like the potential?
I see potential.
You put the rose-colored glasses on and you see reality as you want it to be, but not as it is.
Yeah, I hang on to like that one sweet thing that they did.
It's like pros and cons.
Yeah.
But she only sees the pros
Except
and ignores
for-
the cons. I'm in a long-distance relationship. She's still enamored with me, but the longer between our visits, I question if I still love her or if I just want to love her. How do I raise my attraction again? You can't. I can teach you how to get the woman you want, but I can't cause you to stay in love with her or want to stay with her. But the other thing you got to keep in mind is there's a honeymoon period, and it usually lasts about 6 to 12 months. And so the question is, if you're out of the honeymoon period now, do you still want to remain disciplined and stay in the relationship? Because long term, the pluses outweigh the minuses. In other words, you love being with her so much that even when you don't feel like it, you're going to take her out and you're going to date her and you're going to make love to her because you want to make her happy, because you care about her. And nobody stays infatuated forever. Like I said, it lasts 6 to 12 months. And then once that wears off, then the question is, do you love being with that person? Do you want to stay with them long term? In other words, do you want to continue to stay disciplined in making the effort? Because the longer you're together, it really comes down to being disciplined. When you've been together for 2-3 years and it's Valentine's Day, do you really feel like you want to go to a flower shop and fill out a fucking card and send her flowers? Not at all. You'd rather not do anything. You'd rather go have a few beers with the boys or whatever. But you do it because you know it's important to her and you love her and you want her to know that you care. So you go and you spend the money and you send her flowers, or you send flowers to your mother, whatever it happens to be. Or you call your mother on her birthday, even though you might not necessarily feel like it. And so, if you're out of the infatuation period and you just don't want to make the effort, then you probably shouldn't stay with her. And the other thing is, planes, trains, and automobiles, because I did that a bunch when I was younger, it's like, it gets really fucking old. It's really nice to have somebody that's maybe 10, 15 minutes away. You can hop in a car, go pick her up, take her out on a nice date, or, she's 5, 10 minutes away to come over to hang out with you and Netflix and chill, or watch Temptation Island, or My 600-Pound Life, or what's the other one? 90 Day Fiance, or whatever.
I heard they were bringing up Temptation Island a lot yesterday.
Yeah, I saw somebody earlier bringing that up.
Hmm.